Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another episode of Self Love is the Key Wellness. My name is Cambria Caldwell. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and we have with us Coach Jay via telephone.
Hey, you guys, this is Jamil Brownridge, certified life coach, also known as Coach J. So sorry, but unfortunately, I am on the phone and not in person this time. But next week, you guys will see me again. I promise you.
Yes. We miss you. We miss your beautiful face, but we can hear your voice. We know you're here with us in spirits. Yes, yes.
I missed you guys.
Yes. So,
and we have a special guest too, right?
Yeah, so I know you all see this lovely, lovely young lady here with us today. Her name is Miss Portia Brownridge. She is a certified victim advocate and a certified recovery and drug technician. She's here today to help us talk about our topic, which we got from our Instagram followers. The topic for today is generational trauma and repairing inner child wounds. Okay. So first, we're going to give you guys a brief description of what generational trauma is. All right. So that's something that happens when a group of people experience upsetting events in their lives, which change how they behave and how they view the world. As a result, they pass on these belief systems and behaviors to their children, who then also continue those patterns without always recognizing that those learned behaviors are maladaptive or dysfunctional or toxic even, right? So like Coach Jay, can you go in with us on some common symptoms of generational trauma?
Sure. Okay, so some common symptoms can include feeling jumpy, irritable, or even tense. You know, always feeling like you have to be alert. Difficulty trusting others, being paranoid, always thinking someone is after you. Low self-esteem, which could be like not thinking you are good enough or not being able to accept compliments. Fear of death. And let's say you grew up in the hood and you may have a fear of being shot.
Right. That's a real fear.
That's a real fear. Hopelessness, not feeling like you have any options, feeling stuck in life. Addiction, that does not have to be just drugs. You know, this can include other things such as sex, shopping, gambling, and mental health disorders. You know, and that could look something like PTSD, depression, anxiety, a lot of other different things as well.
Yes, generational trauma. It can also cause inner childhood wounds that we carry with us into adulthood. Okay. So, Portia, what comes to mind when you think about inner child wounds?
Thank you both for having me. The things that come to mind when I hear of inner child wounds is abandonment, neglect, loss. There's this low self-confidence, not knowing yourself, questioning your value, not having boundaries, not feeling loved or knowing what healthy love looks like. And one thing that really sticks out is just not feeling happy at all, or in your life with yourself or just anything that's happened, whether accomplishments or failures in your life. Oh, but I guess one thing that really I think about also is that all of those things, those wounds, they can cause you to be a people pleaser.
So that goes back to what you were saying about like not having boundaries, right?
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, very important.
Yeah, especially if you don't know who you are, then you're pleasing everyone else at your own expense.
Yeah. So like I think about like generational trauma, right? Like if you have, let's say, a mom who was very overbearing and doesn't allow you to have any privacy and kind of encroaches on you all the time and is very pushy with getting information from you, you might grow up thinking that you don't have boundaries, that you don't have a right to have privacy, and that people can just push you around and tell you what to do. And that's how you're supposed to manage life, right? Just for an example, right, of how the trauma could turn into a wound, right?
Very
Like,
much.
yeah. I think all of us have experienced some type of trauma and like some type of inner childhood wound. And in therapy, right, because I am a therapist, I talk a lot about inner child healing work, right? And so that basically is a chance to acknowledge and accept the trauma you went through as a child and recognize the impact that it can have on you in your life today. Okay. So one example of inner child work could be identifying the negative beliefs that you have developed within yourself as a result of the trauma you experienced. So I'm going to read through some negative beliefs that some of us have developed over time. And I got these from my clients. So here we go. Thoughts such as I'm unworthy or I'm not good enough. I can't do anything right. I'm small. I'm dumb. I'm supposed to be alone. I'm never going to amount to anything. No one loves me. I'm not special. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve anything of substance. I'm nobody. So there are many ways to heal those types of wounds. And it's not just through talk therapy, but there's all kinds of ways, right? So like channeling your pain into music, poetry, movement, dance. It could be yoga, working out, performance art, visual art, fashion, hair, nails. There's different ways to really channel that pain into something that makes you feel happy about yourself and help you to develop a sense of pride and self-confidence, right? So I want to also go back to Portia because I know that, like I was saying earlier, she is an advocate, a victim's advocate. She also is certified to work with people who have issues with substance abuse and other addictions. And she has a poem that she's created that she'd like to share with us.
Well, thank you for the entry.
Yes.
So, the way I've learned to heal and find my alternative therapy is writing poetry and allowing myself to allow those negative feelings, those negative thoughts to um, exit my body.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
if you don't, it will manifest physically, and you'll find yourself in the hospital a lot, as I did. And
Yeah.
so I wrote a poem called Sober, and I hope you enjoy it and really just take some time and find your connection with it. What hell of a way. No drink to forget, no high to numb. Each punch hits harder than the last.
Mm.
Yet I'm still standing, sober. I feel every slap, every heartbreak, every tear that falls, every part of the body aches, tempts you for that drink, for that high, because for that moment it hurts too much, it pains too much. But
Mm.
I can't and I won't, because even though life feels like it's tearing me apart, it's the sobriety that lets me know that I still have a beating heart.
Mm.
And if I'm alive, then I'll survive. What hell of a way. No drink to forget, no high to numb. Each punch hits harder than the last. Yet I'm still standing, stronger, because I'm sober. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm over here giving you snaps, okay?
Yes.
Snaps.
Yes. Snaps. Finger snaps. Coach Jay is sending you snaps over the phone line.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. It's well received. Thank you. Um,
That was really
came
good.
up with um, that poem because even though I have, never been a recovered addict or an addict, I do work with very vulnerable population that is suffering from this. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not just, I think when we think of addiction, we think of drugs and alcohol. And Coach Jake was so um, gracious to expand the thought and look
Mm-hmm.
at further.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, you think about emotional eating, overeating, sex, need for
Yeah.
attention, um,
Yes.
need to be, there's certain things where, I mean, anything can be habit forming, but when it becomes counterproductive to the outcome that you're seeking, that's when
Yes.
you need to really reevaluate the steps you're taking and the things that you're doing and seeing if it's really helpful for you. So I just thank you guys for having me here to present this and to listen and learn from you guys every week.
No, I thank you so much for sharing with us, sharing your art with us, and your experience, bringing that to the table. And we appreciate you so much. And that was so
Yes,
beautiful.
yes, I can agree with Cam. Yes, that was really beautiful, and I thank you for joining us. It was
Mhm.
really nice to hear, your side of, your art, of course, and then not only
Yes.
just that, your expertise in, being an advocate for those ones that actually do suffer from addiction.
Yes. 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 Right.
So speaking to a qualified individual, such as, a therapist or a life coach, a mentor, a pastor, all of those can help you to navigate through your trauma and childhood wounds.
Yes.
So, all right, this is all the time we have this time. Come back next week. We will be here again. Of course, you'll see me in person. Of
Yes.
course, I'll be there smiling with my
Yes.
peace signs. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the
Yes.
little bell in the corner so you can get the notifications when we post.
And can I also mention our topic for next week? I'm super excited about it. We got it from our viewers. So me and Coach Jay are going to be sipping tea next week.
Period.
And we'll be discussing narcissistic personality disorder.
Period.
Yes. So dropping bombs next week with RT.
That's right.
Yes. So
knowledge.
Yes, but I want to encourage our viewers and our Instagram followers to continue sending us topics and commenting. We really appreciate it. We appreciate the feedback. Ask us questions. We love to answer. And if there's other things you want us to go into in more detail, let us know and we will. There will be upcoming topics for you guys. So.
All right.
All right.
See you next week.
Thank you guys. Bye. Good night.
Bye.